Hello once again from the Art of Hustle universe. My name is Anthem Salgado, the founder of Art of Hustle Business Coaching, ranked #1 in the category of marketing for Yelp San Francisco. And today we're going to be talking about two very different kinds of self-employed. Now on paper, folks who are self-employed all sort of look the same. But what I want to suggest here is that there are two very distinct kinds, and for the sake of helping us categorize these two types, I'm going to call one a freelancer and I'm going to call the other one a business owner. Now, what are the differences? They're dramatic. However, let's go ahead and take a deeper dive right now and look at the subtleties and the big impacts that those little differences have on one's ability to flourish, okay? Both personally and professionally. Now, let's go ahead and start with the freelancer mode. When you're in freelancer mode, how do you typically get gigs, right? It is not unusual for you to basically scour through ads, scour through job postings, see who's hiring. And let's say that you do score some kind of interview. What ends up happening is you walk into somebody's space or their office or their existing project, and what you'll find is there's a bunch of people already there. The space is already populated and they've already determined what their goals are, what they want to accomplish, and what role you're going to be playing in their project. They basically tell you, look, we are hiring for blank, right? Fill in the blank, whatever that is. It could be designer, it could be consultant, it could be some kind of advisor, it could be a planner, it could be anything. But the idea is they've already figured it all out. They just want somebody to fill in the role of this particular job title, which is why you showed up, right? And if you're lucky and you're there and you put on a really good show, they'll hire you for that specific role. But what I want to show you is all the pieces have already been set, including the budget, right? So you don't have a lot of negotiating power around how much you get paid or how the project is run. You're basically showing up and you're filling in the role of, let's be honest, of a cog, of a gear in their bigger machine that already exists, right? Now on the flip side of that, what I want to show you is how different it is when you put on the lens and attitude of a business owner, okay? Now, as a business owner, again, on paper, self-employed, everything looks really similar. But what is the difference, really? A business owner, instead of looking for gigs, has gigs, in a sense, clients, looking for him or her. Because at this point, you'll have built a house. You will have built a system. You will have been known for a particular methodology, philosophy, an approach, a knack for your certain skill set within this field. So now people aren't hiring for a sort of faceless and sort of anonymous person with this generic kind of job title. Now they're hiring for someone who specializes, for someone who is an expert within this particular arena. So instead of you walking into their house, which is what happens when you're a freelancer, as a business owner, people are coming to your house. Huge difference in relationship dynamics. So now when someone's coming into your house, you're not again, from when you're a freelancer, you're asking to come into somebody else's house. You're saying, hey, will you kindly choose me? I think I'm good enough. Will you allow me into your house? Now, on the flip side of that, when you're a business owner, people are asking, hey, I like what you do. I think you're awesome. You are an expert in this particular arena. Can I come into your house? See, the relationship is completely different. And consequently, when you dictate the terms, how someone shows up to your door, how people come into your house, you introduce people to your methodology, your philosophy, your way of doing things, your company culture, your values, you get to determine how the working relationship goes. You're no longer a faceless, nameless, anonymous job title. You're a very specific person with a very specific skill set, with a very specific expertise. Now, people ask to come into your house, and as you let them in, you determine how the workflow is going to go. You determine what the rate looks like. You determine how often you meet. You determine how the direction is going to go. And it's a huge difference. Consequently, you get to determine what the budget is, or at least collaborate on it more so that you can come to some kind of agreement, you will get paid more. You get to determine what your hours are, because again, they're coming into your house. So it's a completely different paradigm. That's really what I want to emphasize here. Freelancer versus business owner. Now, when you're a business owner, this is it. This is the big lesson here. You get to be the master of your own destiny. You get to be ultimately the boss, because you're functioning as an entrepreneur in charge of your own world, wherein people get to come in instead of a freelancer sort of subservient to the forces, subservient to what's happening in the marketplace, subservient to the economic conditions out there, right? It's totally different. So which would you rather be, right? In charge or not in charge? That's the differences here. And the truth of the matter is, there are some people who really enjoy freelance life because it's non-committal, right? They basically say, okay, I don't care. I don't care. And truth of the matter is, I am a mercenary, right? And which is totally fine. If you're cool with that, then I'm cool with that. Some people say, you know what? I do have these skills and I'm okay just shoving them out there for some kind of paycheck of any kind, and I'll live with that and I'll be happy with that. However, if you're not satisfied with that, if you're sort of like a creative soul and you understand that there's always a better way of doing things, then you'll probably want to consider putting on your business owner hat, putting on your business owner philosophy, putting on this new set of perspectives and consequently new set of structures. I would love to help you put on that business owner philosophy, that business owner methodology, and really take charge of that. So thank you so much for hearing me out. Again, my name is Anthem Salgado, business coach at Art of Hustle, ranked #1 in the category of marketing for Yelp San Francisco. I hope this has been good for you. Kindly pass this along if you know other folks who you believe would benefit from this valuable information and training.